Good morning, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. Well, you may be able to see behind me that today's video thought is being filmed while I'm in these gorgeous Colorado Rocky Mountains. But it reminds me of Psalm 114, which has always been one of my favorite Psalms. Let me read you a little bit of it and see if you can tell why I like it. It begins, when Israel went out from Egypt, the house of Jacob, those are the people of Israel, from a people of strange language, those are the Egyptians. He's just repeating himself. Judah became his, God's, sanctuary. Israel, his dominion. In other words, they didn't go out alone. They went out with God in their midst. God was in their presence. Now, the sea looked and fled. That's a reference to the Red Sea being parted. The Jordan turned back. That's a reference to the Jordan River parting as they went into the promised land. The mountains, see them behind me, skipped like rams, the hills like lambs. What ails you, O sea, that you flee? O Jordan River, that you turn back? O mountains, that you skip like rams? O hills like lambs? Tremble at the presence of the Lord. Tremble at the presence of the God of Jacob. Now, the NBA is going to be starting back up in a couple of weeks. At least that's the current plan. And I love the NBA. I make no bones about it. But one of the things I love about the NBA is Smacktalk. They have some guys that are amazing at Smacktalk. Remember Dikembe Mutombo? Big, towering, awesomely defensive, strong player. He'd frequently block a shot each game, and when he did it, he'd wag his finger back and forth like, no, 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 not in my house. Or Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, with very colorful language, would explain to people, you can't cover me, and then blaze right by him. And you hear some of that. Google sometime on YouTube, Smacktalk in the NBA, and you'll hear it. Well, Smacktalk didn't start with the NBA. There was Smacktalk going as far back as competition. This psalm is a psalm of Smacktalk. This psalm is one where the psalmist is saying, hey, God was in the midst of Israel, and not even the sky, the sun, the moon, the rivers, the trees, the mountains, nothing could get in the way of what God was doing. And everything, even the mountains that are awesome, magnificent, and can't seemingly be moved, everything should tremble at the Lord God. The awesomeness of God in the midst of his people is something we should never forget. It's something we should hold on to. God can smack talk anything. He can smack talk the mountains. He can smack talk the rivers. And we can smack talk on God's behalf when we're walking with him. Because there's nothing that can get in the way of God doing what God needs to do. That's something for us to hold on to, especially in these wackadoodle days. That's your video thought for today.